Typically, 32% of Americans go trick or treating. This year, expectations are for that to drop to 14%, and some cities have already put the kibosh on trick or treating altogether. But don't fear, not all is lost. Like everything in 2020, this Halloween is going to be different from all those years in the past, though there's still some investment potential, as well as a tale of caution. I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist for the Action Club, and thank you for watching this episode of Market Trends. Amazingly, 46% of consumers still plan to wear a costume. Now, that's only a 1% decline from 2019. At this point, we're all quite comfortable celebrating virtually. But humans aren't the only ones dressing up. Hundreds of millions of dollars will be spent on pet costumes. And the most popular pet costume this year will be a pumpkin. In fact, 10% of pet owners are dressing their furry family members up as one. In total, expectations are for about $8.05 billion in Halloween spending. That's an 8% drop from the $8.78 billion spent in 2019. But the decline is merely from the drop in participation. So all things considered, that's far from a zombie apocalypse. Beyond that, those who are celebrating Halloween expect to spend more this year than last year. In fact, on a per person basis, average spending is projected to jump more than 6.5%. So besides scary movies, spooky decorations, and chances to dress up as your favorite character, well, we all know Halloween is really centered around one thing and one thing only: candy. Lots and lots and lots of candy. Americans, we eat candy year round, but Halloween is the most epic day for candy consumption. More than 10% of annual candy sales occur in the days leading up to Halloween. Now, we all have our favorites, but let's be honest. Chocolate by far is the candy Americans crave. And the data reflects this, as 72% of all the money spent on Halloween candy will be spent on chocolate. With that being said, I always like the Hershey Company, Mondelez International, Nestle, and Tootsie Roll Industries at this time of the year. They're solid Halloween investing options. Plus, Christmas and Valentine's Day are right around the corner. That's this really sweet stretch for candy investors. I'd even throw Chewy in there because of pet costumes this year, where my dog got hers. But there's one company that I think is a little frightening: Party City. I know, Party City seems like a slam dunk. The company distributes more than 40,000 products at its 850 stores across North America. A lot of those are costumes. And we look at its quarterly revenue, we see its most important quarters are the third and especially the fourth quarter, with all of those Halloween costume sales. But let's pump the brakes a moment. I've covered Party City for years, and there's some very important trends in the way the company's shares trade that investors need to understand. And these can mean the difference between a winning or losing trade. So what I'm going to show you is how shares of Party City have performed each month since it went public. What we see is October has been the worst month for shares. There's not a lot you can count on this world, but Party City shares have fallen in October every single year, and they tumble an average of 10.66%. This year, shares of Party City are down more than 13% in the month already. The declines will typically begin in mid-August and then stretch all the way through November. Shares then collapse once again in February and March. So why these big drops? Well, first we have buy the rumor, sell the news is essentially at play. Shares of Party City do exceptionally well from April to August before it releases those second quarter results. On that second quarter earnings, shares have averaged an unpleasant 6.5% one-day drop. And on third quarter earnings in November, they're averaging a 16% one-day drop. And then on fourth quarter earnings in late February or early March, they're averaging an 18.5% one-day drop. Those are just one-day drops. And that fourth quarter result That's the one that includes all of those Halloween sales. This year, we're expecting drops in both earnings and revenue for the third and fourth quarters for Party City. Historically, the trend has been investors love the idea of Party City's Halloween results. That we see that in that stretch from April to early August. But then the actual figures leave a bad taste in their mouths, like that booger flavored jelly bean from those Harry Potter Bertie Bott's boxes, right? Remember those? And then this is one of those companies that I really think Amazon is stealing market share from. All of this today I got from Amazon. That's why I would tread carefully with Party City shares now. Now, maybe in 2020 they break that curse, but I'm not going to bet against one of the most infamous years in generations. I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist for the Auction Club. Thank you for watching this episode of Market Trends. For more information like this, be sure to go down to the description and sign up for my free e-letter. Until next time, here's to high returns, and hopefully you have a spooky and festive Halloween. Mine is far from... Hold on. But got hair in my mouth. Sorry.